Welcome to the end of the road. This is your magical moon message for the moon in Leo and the sun in Virgo. So this is it, folks. We are completing this major twist that throughout, especially the next couple of days, will be made known. The end of Virgo season is the synthesization of details and analyzed facts that now you have analyzed, and especially relative to skills and techniques you have perfected. Now you're ready. You know what techniques I'm talking about. Now you're ready to present them in Libra. If you think of Libra as the great debater, shout out to those of you who are in forensics or have ever done forensics and debate. Not like forensics for crime scenes, but like speech. You practice and then you actually present and perform at the event. And so the final degrees of Virgo are key, just like any sign, because you're coming into the final analysis, the final piece of the puzzle, the final perspective, the final understanding, the final mastery of everything you've been perfecting. Concerning that, the moon in Virgo is going to occur once the sun goes into Libra. That's going to be the official beginning of this balsamic phase. Given that the moon in Cancer kicked off the 11th house aspect to it at the end of the zodiac signs, this moon in Leo is actually really an extended 11th house transit, which, even though energetically we do see that it is behind the Virgo sun, mathematically by degree, it's still within the range of the 11th before the 12th house. So energetically, we're actually still manifesting the rewards from this mastery of our new behavior and lifestyle, everything of which is subtle. So it's not until this moon in Leo that gives you brazen, courageous receptivity to gain the understanding of the charge and the golden quality of strength that goes into how you are literally transcending old habits, old behaviors, old mechanics of responding to projections from others socially. And it's through this, to these people's horror, who don't have integrity or purity, that they will now see all the leverage they had that you gave away now be taken from them. The power you gave away through not aligning with who you are, well, now you're aligning and integrating more who you are. And this is taking away leverage from those who felt they knew you but never really knew you. The whole purpose of this Virgo season, as we present your true character in Libra, is facilitating, due to this recent Neptune, Jupiter evolution in Pisces, a complete and fundamental switch in how people even look at you. The way people perceive you, for better or for worse, is changing. Something that happens every year, but the quality of this is going to shock a lot of people who felt like they had access to you, only to realize that they don't, with their dumb asses. Stupid, weak little bitches. Excuse my language. And that's not to anyone in particular, but they can wear up the shoe fits. And you know in your life people who that their shoe fits on them, who it applies to them. So trust. Coming in Libra season, like the very last part of this Virgo season is the unveiling. The balsamic phase is unveiling the results of what you've harvested, and then we present it in Libra, new moon, new cycle. And this is going to be that glow up, Leo moon glow up, that in a very short 24, 48 hours will really key people in how much you've changed, grown, evolved. This is the end of an integration cycle that started Aries. Taurus season, Jupiter went into Aries. And now since then, we are making up for and accounting for the sneak peek of how we've evolved our character. This is also going to be very amazing because certain forces that have misjudged the quality of how powerful you are will get a rude awakening. Okay, it really doesn't matter how weird they feel about certain elements of your lifestyle. Their inability to approach you with integrity or with any bit of courage gives you the advantage. And so as they just reveal more how much of cowards they are, because as strongly as they feel, they don't approach you with how they feel because they're weak little bitches. So it's more comfortable for them to talk about you behind your back. These are indirect ways you're realizing how much stronger you are, because anyone who is secure in themselves won't engage in this weak little bitch behavior. This is what Harvard and Yale called or acronymed WLB behavior. Okay, it's a personality disorder that they're researching only exists in weak little bitches. So what's gonna really help you through this is as you transcend this entire Virgo season transit that has integrated more growth in your behavior and how you express these abilities than ever. Also a concerted Jupiter trine moon in Leo expansion of feeling how much stronger you are because you are seeing greater evidence of your powers express themselves. So as an extension of this 11th house reward from career, you're gaining a lot more golden understanding and quality of how your lifestyle and life is beginning to change. Really, the beginning of the change happened new moon, but how it's beginning to end the beginning of the change before we step into more change, basically the next 6 months. So this is a conclusion period. You want to take stock of how you've really come this far. This is, many of you have come into just such crazy, extraordinary realizations about you, your spirit, your soul, the world you're in, and you're still just beginning, my friend. You're a revolutionary getting ready to lead the way into this new world. So embrace the abilities, the magic that you're coming into. I have to emphasize once again, the golden quality of Leo is going to not only charge strength, but it's going to help you understand moving forward into Libra season how much more powerfully you've become. And this is going to reveal the final piece of the puzzle of the direction to move forward into. So many of you are going to gain that final crystallized understanding of how to move forward, of how to bring everything literally together and break through. Then the moon's going to go into Virgo and you're going to gain that understanding of how to continue to move forward. Literally, how Virgo to move forward, Sun in Libra. So everything is unfolding very miraculously, but I can't emphasize enough. The square to Uranus with the moon, the trine to Jupiter with the moon, the opposition to Saturn in Aquarius with the moon in Leo is going to test a lot how much more bold you feel with extra power, with extra strength, with extra understanding. The unveiling that is occurring here is getting ready to provide context clues and details of how much farther you do your triple jump. This whole Virgo season was you practicing your triple jump, because the new moon in Libra, we're gonna start the Olympic events. See, Leo season was the talent show. We can, as an analogy, akin Libra season, the second boss battle, to maybe something like an Olympic event. And this Virgo season, you were practicing your triple jump. You, since the new moon to the full moon, instilled a new technique, a new training regimen, and what you have to look forward to as the results of this is when you started 3 weeks ago and did that triple jump, you probably jumped, let's say, you know, a certain feat, okay? And now you're doing the triple jump again right before the Olympic event, and now you're mind blown because it's like, whoa, relative to your max when you started, now you're jumping 10 extra feet more, which even in terms of growth and increment is a lot. So now you're looking at, compared to other years, your growth in just this short transit has been a lot, and you're getting ready to unveil and account for that and step into this Olympic event much more talented than you were. Even if your growth is just 1 foot or 2 feet, we want to see the whole notion of growth, incremental, and a lot of growth. And that's the really lesson for Virgo season. Even if you can't commit to doing something, what is the least you can do? Because a little bit every day goes a long way, and it's better than doing nothing. This is really more a behavioral transit to internally shift and strengthen the discipline of your character, or the discipline of your behavior, so that you can step into Libra and express the classic talent of your character. So once we step into Libra season, that's when you're going to be actually showing others your abilities, your superpowers. This is the last 6 where we now put the polish and presentation over the substance we've built. So many of you may still not know exactly what it looks like until now, where this moon in Leo is going to have you fully understand the final solar charge of how to basically fill this battery up so that you can now step into using your abilities. And this is where you're going to gain that final understanding of how. And the reason why I'm going to make this more key to supernatural powers, we're not going to sugarcoat this. We're headed into the breakthrough transit. The integration season leads into the fall breakthrough season. This breakthrough season is featuring an opposition to Jupiter in Aries and a retrograde back into Jupiter near the 3rd decan of Neptune. Your breakthrough is a breakthrough of utilizing supernatural abilities you haven't before. If you've never levitated, you're levitating this season. If you've never had a full-on telepathic conversation, maybe you've had telepathic instances, you're breaking through into telepathy. If you haven't necessarily shot fire from your palms, you're breaking through to shoot fire through your palms. This is the completion of the 12-year Jupiter cycle, the 165-year Neptune cycle, the 256-year Pluto cycle that you happen to be alive for. And so this sacred divine integration is bringing everything from all these cycles together, and you are the revolutionary who has to share your own unique perspective and experiences so that collectively we can come into this new science, which is not really new, but is definitely better than all this fake bullshit you're being taught about not having a soul and not having a spirit. Let the moon in Leo, which is the soul of righteousness and courage, remind you otherwise, that you do not originate from this material construct, that you come from a place beyond this realm. Embrace what's being revealed, especially because the square to Uranus with the moon in Leo is going to challenge considerably your ability to accept supernatural qualities of yourself without you saying you're weird, without you dissing your own self to say you're crazy. Let's stop diagnosing some mental illness for eccentric facets of your consciousness that don't exist within the box or system of what's considered cool or normal. Fuck what's cool or normal. You want to continue to be quintessentially yourself, because we're coming out of that old world and we're stepping into the new world where you are uniquely you, unbound by the limits that seek to undermine your greatness and brilliance just because it's not cool enough, it's not stylish enough. Did they suck your dick? They didn't suck your dick. And now you're waving your metaphorical dick, smacking people in the face with it again because they didn't learn their lesson from Moon in Cancer. I hope you enjoy this Moon in Leo. This is literally it. Because once we step into Libra season, it's not a game. Okay, we got midterm elections. We have the season 4 with Pluto. We have the eclipse, okay? You're going to see a hyper accelerated pace of things move with Jupiter that's retrograding back into Pisces. So the trine that the moon will have to Jupiter will have you really feel good about yourself. And you want to take stock to how much you've grown, because this courage will help break you through projections, which is the final Saturn test. The same criticisms you faced before, how much more powerful have you grown beyond them because you've grown as a person? Of course, any criticisms that are true take accountability, but But what you have to look for is a final definition of the mastery of abilities that you will see expressed much stronger than normal, preparing you to present them in Libra. Godspeed, and I hope you enjoy this golden mastery. Peace!